G up actually from the other night we were doing together. Anyway, welcome everybody. It's Clan Masters third place matchups, and it's going to be between Nadya's boys, Nabs for short, and against Unforeseen Consequences. With me is T90 Official. As it's a game number 1, and of course it's 4v4 Dry Arabia, or just actually in this case just Arabia really. Green Arabia. And, well, today, let's introduce those players. Let's start off with Nabs. Kick it off for me, buddy.
All right. We have 4 Nabs. Sorry, let me go get my bearings here.
Wait, 1 second. I've got a problem. I've got a problem.
What's up?
I've got a problem with my, I just saw on the stream, I've got a problem with my,
Oh, just go
window.
to your options in the in-game.
It's not that. It's not that. It's the actual window capture itself. It's like completely bugged out. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I got it.
Is it
I
fixed?
got it.
Okay. Yeah, that's always fun.
that
yeah, we're
was-
going to
yeah.
introduce.
Go on.
It is fixed now, right?
Yeah, it's all fixed.
Cool.
I saw it on my
Okay.
phone, so I was got ahead of it all.
Okay, let me introduce the players real quick, because I wouldn't be surprised if we see some laming here. I'm going to start with Wonder at the top side. He is playing as the Mayans in the blue. And, oh, it looks like, well, luckily he does have Loom, because it does look like Miguel is trying to stop his boar from coming in, but he should be fine. His pocket, then, is Pike, playing as the Chinese in the teal. Zupi, then, playing as the Huns in the yellow. And then Loiza on the other flank, playing as the Mongols in the orange. So then the other team, then we have Nikov then playing in the and a lame. Loiza's actually laming the deer then of Nikov. Do you see that?
Where?
Are you at the same?
I'm at Nikov's place. Where's it? Oh my god! He took out 2 sheep. What a cheeky...
Or not the deer. I'm sorry, the sheep. Yeah.
Yeah, he took out 2 sheep.
Yeah, so you took out the sheep there. We have Nikov here playing as the Mayan. So we have 2 Mayans flanks. The other pocket then, Chris playing as the Mongols. And he's actually running out there to get those deer right now. I said sheep earlier. I'm not sure. These are definitely deer, though. Mentalist playing as the pocket as the Huns. And then the remaining player is Miguel on this side, playing as the Chinese.
Interesting.
All right, that's about it. So you got to pay attention then to any laming or anything happening here, any maps. Just looking at Pike's map, it's fairly good as a pocket to really turtle up. 8th Wonder, interesting map for him, but it's kind of hard to address everybody's map at this point.
Yeah,
so pay attention to the
there's
action.
so much going on. Like,
Yeah.
you can't really study maps like we normally do in 1v1 matchups, which is fair enough.
Correct.
But
Yep.
yeah, Pike's map's interesting though. To be fair, like it can turtle up to a degree, but that main goal's a
Mamma,
real
we have
bummer.
we have a
Oh,
lame right now.
go.
Zupi's
Wait.
laming the boar of, I believe, Nikov here. He's bringing it over to Loiza with his scouts, and he should just get it. I think he's
That
going to
is-
get it.
He's going to take it straight towards Lloyd's TC. You can't like basically like
Yeah,
be too
yeah.
risky in terms of taking his own TC. He's doing such a good job though. Look at that micro he was pulling out that scout, despite all the efforts being made by Nikov to recover it. That was actually a really good play. How benevolent of him
Yeah,
as well.
well done for sure.
How
Chris
benevolent.
came over to try and help out, but too late. And so I'm trying to figure out if that actually was the boar of Nikov, and it looks
Yeah,
like that was Nikov's boar. So now Nikov's down 2 sheep and the boar. So, I mean, as Mayans, that's not... I mean, of course Mayans do get the extra percentage of resources, but still going to be a huge struggle for Nikov. Also, look at Nikov's map real quick. We have the gold position and the wood position pretty poor. Just one decent wood line on the back, on the hill, but then that forward gold on the hill,
Oh my
already
goodness.
starting the wall. It could be
He's-
really bad for Nikov in the early game. Up against Mongols as well, and Loiza, who's already on the way up to the feudal age.
Interesting.
And Loiza gets the extra boar as well.
Yeah, that's true. There's 2 interesting things that are coming out right now. One, Lloyd's just picked Mongols and not Zupi for one thing. 2,
I know,
Chris
yeah.
is up on the feudal age in the pocket position, so he's going to go, of course, with scouts from pocket. Now, I wonder how effective it's going to be. And I think it's one of those weird things. I think it's going to be actually really essential for Chris to get a lot of damage done because, well, Nikov's just lost a boar and 2 sheep. he's going to be naturally behind. Like, he's only just clicked up now, and look at Loisia, he's already about to hit feudal age, so...
Yes.
It's just like, oh boy. This could basically go one way or the other, I think, on this side.
Do you notice that Chris, who's the pocket then, is going to be going scouts?
Yeah, I just said, yeah, he's going to go scouts.
So he's going scouts versus... Sorry, I had to address something on my phone.
That's fine.
So he's going scouts... And I think I caught the tail end, so you're saying on this side it basically could be all or nothing for them.
Yeah, it's like an all or nothing.
Yeah, 3 on gold then for Zupi. And he's luring in this deer, which is nice to go to his mill. On the other side, I did see potential of a drush, and the drush is going in for wonder, but he's not really doing anything then against Miguel's gold there.
Yeah, Miguel's got it covered.
Yeah, he should be okay, really.
He does some really nice smart walling. Well. Yeah, and close to berries, and then of course close to TC where his woodline is. So it's gonna be very hard to hit. In fact, he's got to be careful though, because once those berries, of course, you know, are done with, like that, especially that one's got only 42 food left, and that drush can get in. So he's literally got his wits about him for sure. Ooh.
Loisa's going archers right now. I don't know how I feel about that decision. I felt like with the extra boar, he should have invested into scouts, or even, you know, investing into scouts just with the extra food bonus getting up early would have been smarter, just to get right over to Nikov and cause some problems. But going with 1 range right now, as 2 ranges going up now for Nikov, it might just be keeping Nikov in the game. Who knows?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. If he's on 1 range, going to 2 already actually for Nikov. Actually, to be fair, only the second one being popped down by Loisia. You think like, where the hell has this advantage really got in? Like, you know, transferred into really? But
and look at the scouts from Chris. He's going right over to Zupi, and Zupi's lost a villager then on the berries.
Oh man!
And he could lose another one. I mean, there's 3 scouts there already. Going for a stable and a blacksmith and a Zupi. I'm on Zupi's point of view, and is he going to have the resources to click up? I think he will have the gold, but will he have the food? It's going to be pretty close. I actually think he's going to be okay, but still, he's going to have to defend from these scouts, as there's soon going to be 5 there. And his villagers are running out. He has 1 spear to defend. I don't think, actually, he's going to be in a good spot here at all, Milmano.
He's going to be struggling, I think, for a little bit here. These scouts just going to zone him out of a lot of resources that he could take. Like, he can't put any more into gold for now. He's got to get the spearman to basically try and kill at least 3 scouts. And, like, and Chris can just micro away from that.
On Wonder's woodline, then. Can he see that? I'm trying to see if he can see it here.
He should be able to. The house, I think he should be able to see that tower.
Yeah, he should be able to see that. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, it should be.
But, I mean, regardless, it's going to go up at this point with just 2 villagers. That's a good spot for that tower from Miguel.
That's a great tower.
So many villagers then in range of that tower. That's really, really poor for me to wonder not to see that. And he's going to have to relocate a lumber camp. He is going skirms and archers and sending them towards Miguel. And he has them on Miguel's gold right now. And might be in a good position himself there. Oh, now the scouts from Chris are in on Loisa's woodline as well.
Oh my goodness, there's so much action going on right now, it's crazy.
I know, it's crazy, that's why we have 2 of us.
And you know what's really good? Like, I don't see any sling, like, you know, coming out right now. It's just full-on 4v4 action where it's just, you know, people going scouts for pocket, we've got knights for both pockets, like, everything like that. It's so good to see, like, instead of seeing the usual, not the usual, but sometimes a bit more common these days. Of, like, you know, 1 person slinging from pocket. And I think it's just thanks to the fact there's no Aztec pocket or anything like that, or any Mayan pocket, which is actually quite useful in this game.
Oh, and Nikov's coming in on Loisa's gold. He's picked off 1 villager now. He's going to pick off potentially another one here. And Chris is coming in with his scouts again. Loisa could be in trouble here, as he just has a couple archers and skirms. He's lost an archer now, and the scouts then from Chris are going to help out. I think Chris going scouts has really worked out at this point.
It's working out really well. It's put Loisa
push onto this. Oh, Loisa could lose a lot of villagers here, especially if he doesn't get a wall up on this woodline.
Yeah, it's getting pressured really hard here at the fact, and Zupi's just got up to the castle age. It's taking a little bit of time, but he's not being too careful though here actually for Nikov just walked too far close to TC and lost a few more units they needed to, actually. Now the Knights have come from Zuppy to help out, and as he's Huns as well, that signal bonus will be definitely helping out a little bit. Oh. But I want to look at the other side right now, actually, see what's going on. I did see a bit of an army going across to Miguel's base, but it's like only a couple of units died. Nothing serious, really.
Yeah, well, right now, Knights from Mentalist, as he's up, they're coming over with units from Miguel to approach Wonder. Now, Wonder's getting wheelbarrow. He is not going to be up to the next stage too soon here, but, of course, Pike and Zuppy are up to the Castle Age, and they're going to be reinforcing their respective sides. So Zuppy's helping out now Loiza. He has his Knights over there. Should keep him safe for now. And then we have Pike over now helping out Wonder. So this is where the team gameplay really shines. And just looking at the Vil count, Zuppy's actually quite low, but he's in the Castle Age.
Look at Vil by the gold. Oh man, those two scouts did such a good work. I think a little bit lack of awareness there from Loiza, just a tad. And like amazingly, with two scouts managed to pick up another villager, which is nice. That was really well played.
Loiza has really struggled. He's putting a tower on that gold now, but just look, he's at 31 vills. He's not even clicked up to the Castle Age, so his vills are going to be really, really low this entire game. Oh, and big fight then up near Wonder. We have the archers, just the feudal units, and the knights. So I think the knight upgrades are going to be huge, and the knight numbers are going to be huge.
Look at this fight. It's actually going pretty well, actually, for Wonder here and Pike. Pike just got stuck in against, just full on against Miguel.
Pike has bloodlines and +1 defense here, so that's the big deal right now.
That is so true.
He also has more numbers, and even, you know, more numbers of the archers of Wonder right now. As Nab's really doing a good job here, even though Wonder, or excuse me, Loiza is doing a poor job on this side, in my opinion. We do have a couple knights from Zuppy in on Nikov right now. I'm wondering how Chris is doing back at home. It looks like he's walled off an awful lot, actually, because he knows that there could be some knights from Zuppy coming in, but he seems to be okay right now. Oh, and now the army then from Pike and Wonder, they're pushing in towards Miguel, and Miguel is not yet clicked up, so this could be huge. It's important that Mentalist is able to hold this, and Mentalist is just now getting +1 defense, but this is the only goal that I can see. Well, I guess there is some back gold, but still huge that Miguel holds this. Archer's pushing in now.
And now he's got to put a tower defense up right now as well.
He needs to get that tower up.
Amazing. This is still the 2 militia, by the way, from Wonder, just getting involved.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. This tower will go up, but huge fight breaks out right now. And if they will hold for now, I think the tower going up and everything, but it has cost all the Knights of Mentalist here. And Wonder's army is still actually pretty beefy.
Honestly, I mean, I think those archers could have afforded, and the knights could have afforded to just go right through the TC there into the wood line, and they could have done an awful lot of damage. I mean, there's really not much army left there for Miguel, and I didn't even see a knight left there for Mentalist at all, but still they have a great foothold here.
I think that's fine. I think you're right. They could have gone to the wood line and done a lot of damage, but I think they want to play it a little bit safer than that, just because the other side and how that's going as well.
Right now, as Nikov comes in, and Nikov's going to hit the Castle Age first, so on both sides, I think the flanks are struggling right now.
Yeah, both sides are struggling a little bit here, but you know, Nikov's actually turned this around really well, considering he's going to get the crossbow and the bodkin arrow, and he's going to help try and put a little bit more pressure on Loiza here. So, and it's awful when you've got a Mongol who's behind in terms of you know, in the game, like especially on the flank position as well. And then the other, of course, other Mongols is doing quite well. Like Chris is actually doing okay actually in this scenario. Although he is 10 vills behind Zuppy, just because he went for those scout play from the pocket. So gotta be careful. Well, no, look at the knights from Zuppy getting into Nikov's base right now, and looks like at least 2, 3, maybe 4 villages could go down here actually if he's not too careful.
Oh wow, he's gonna stop the TC as well, and that's a huge deal.
That was a really big play there from Zuppy. That's 1, 2, 4 vills.
He won't stop the TC because that one villager is going to be able to get it up, but still, that's a huge deal. Oh, and look at the crossbows and knights of Pike on the left-hand side of Miguel's base. They are going to get in as well.
Oh my goodness.
Miguel's in an awful position here.
Yeah.
Where is Mentalist right now? Mentalist has a lot of villagers. I think he's gone up to 3 TC and a heavy boom here.
That is true. He actually
not
has
good.
got the most fills in the game, so that's a good thing going for them. But his entire army's back at base. He's going to get in the handcart right now. He's only got +1 armor and bloodlines, where Pike, he's got the +2. And now they're just heading straight over to his base with everything they've got. And this is actually a little bit scary.
Now, Miguel is in a bad spot, but Nikov's still pushing it on Loiza here, and Loiza's in a bad spot as well. I mean, really struggling right now, losing this fight to Nikov. Loiza's on 35 vills, and that could change as well. Both flanks still having an awful time. Just look at Loiza, he's losing these vills. He's lost 3 vills here in the blink of an eye.
He just got absolutely butchered there. It's unbelievable. And now they're going back, of course, to the crossbow because the Knights from Zupi coming with the +2 armor. But even then, with those numbers, oh, be careful with the positioning there. Can try and get away with something here.
And now after Miguel has received all that pressure, and he's pretty much out of the game with the military right now.
Look at Mentalist.
Wonder is on Mentalist, yep.
They've lost one stable already. He's going to lose a second one because he just can't do anything to hold us back, you know. He's got +2 armor now. Now he's going to get the forging. Finally, Miguel arrives, but with archers and skirmishers not even actually upgraded into crossbows. He's going to get the bodkin arrow, but that's it. Even Slam... Oh, sorry, Slam?
Oh, Chris is coming over, though.
Yeah.
Chris is coming over to help out. I haven't seen much of Chris at all. In fact, Chris is going into Loiza right now as well, so this could be important on both sides. I actually think Mentalist and Chris are going to win this fight here against Wonder and Pike. It's gonna be close, but I think they will. They can definitely reinforce quicker. And then on Loiza, I think they could push in as well.
That was actually a really key fight there. I think Mentalist was very patient, waiting for Chris to come and help out. And they took a clean fight, but at the same time, what did it cost Mentalist? He lost a stable and a bit of idle eco time, and also Chris had to go and help out and couldn't commit to the other side, and that might help maybe a little bit for Loiza here to try and recover. He's finally getting a TC on his main gold. Holy cow. So that's good for him at least.
So I want to point something out, and it's mainly like the villager count right now. We have 77 for Mentalist, 82 for Zupi, 79 for Pike. So we have Zupi and Pike really strong for their teams, while we have mainly Mentalist right now doing a great job with the boom for his. I think Nabs are in a good position, but just looking at Loiza, he's just being held up right now by Zupi. So, and he's Mongols. Like, you need a late game Mongols.
Yeah.
It's still a toss up for me right now, unless because we do have, of course, Miguel. I think on 4 TCs right now, so he could boom himself back into this game. He's not necessarily out of it, and he's actually 12 fills ahead of Loiza right now. And
That's
not receiving
crazy.
much pressure at all. So, still an interesting game despite the scores.
Yeah. Now, I'm interested in what Nikov's going to probably do. Is he going to go for his forward castle region? I think where I'm looking at right now, where Chris is and Knights are, if they get a castle in this region here, maybe on the other hill as well, like these 2 hills, I think will be so important on this flank position. Yeah, look at that X castle drop. In fact, he's going to go for the middle one, right on top of that tower. Wow.
That is a ballsy castle. The tower, is it in range of any villagers there?
Yeah. I think that tower is in range.
But it is going to be a pain for Loiza to task the tower to the villas, so I feel like that's going to be an easy castle to get
and look
up.
who's also arrived. Mentalist has come over with Chris here.
Huge.
This is so big. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. This fight's going to be so huge. And I don't think...
More units coming over from Zupi now as well.
Zupi's coming along to... This micro is going to be so important, but I think this castle's going to go up. Like, they're just too much for them to handle. That's going to deny him of his main gold, and just take care of the ranges, and the TC. Such a nice play from Nikov there.
This wood line, look at Nikov just running in to kill the hills on this wood line. Gonna get 1 or 2.
Oh man.
Delay the wood eco.
Oh man, that's so bad. And it's good because now that Nikov can start getting some archers out, he's going to start cranking up that pressure actually towards Loiza. Oh man, this is really scrappy actually. But it looks like actually Zupi's done quite well. He's dealt with most of the Knights considering he was 2v1 in that position. But look at the other side though. Here's Wonder and Pike.
On Mentalist, yeah. And Mentalist is on his way up to the Imperial Age as well, so he needs to definitely keep his eco rolling. He needs to definitely get the military out.
Another stable going down.
And he has one of his TCs completely idled right now. He's rebuilding, stables again.
Yeah.
And
he is up though.
Good for him.
That is good for Mentalist. He is going to be up, so you can get the Cavalier option. He's just going to be... Well, basically, there's not enough army here, really, to try and take down TCs, because there's too many camels, basically, for one thing. Oh, and actually, here comes Miguel, though, so he's going to take this fight. That's one phone. Oh, and there we go. So, fights ensuing out. Oh, I don't think he's actually winning this. I think it's actually going to be Wander's team here. Wander and Pike doing quite well.
Yeah. Wonder has that hill there, which is important.
Yeah.
And just winning this fight in a small way is just a little bit of delaying on the eco of Mentalist, which is important.
And it's not even that as well. It's like, because he's going up to Imperial too, he's going to have no army when he hits Imperial. So it's like, well, we have the Cavaliers, basic Mentalist, right now. But looks like Pike's going to lose all his army now, because of course that defensive advantage that Mentalist does have. And actually, he's actually got a lot of idols in that gold. Okay, now he's going to start moving it out.
I have to say, I think Zupi's doing an amazing job on this side to just keep Loiza alive. I mean, as I say that, Chris is coming in to try and do some damage, but Zupi's doing an amazing job. He's actually running out with his knights now. This could be a risky decision. I mean, he's almost in the Imperial Age. Is he going to run right over? Because everyone seems to be gravitating towards Mentalist. Is that what he's going to do as well? Where is he sending these knights?
Oh my god, that Mangonel just... That Mangonel killed like a crossbow. It's quite funny. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. But look at this though, Pike is just sending everything into his base. Now Wander's arrived here with plumed archers too. He needs help from Chris right now, basically. Mensis needs help.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Look
he's
at the
going
population.
That's where Zupi's going.
Where's the
Zupi's
big
going
one?
to Chris with his knights.
Oh, there he is, yeah. Oh my god, he's got tons.
I mean, he could go underneath
50
the TCs
military
and
coming
take out
out.
the TCs.
Yeah, he actually could. He could just go underneath each TC. He won't even
Just
give a damn.
tank the TCs, really.
Well, yeah.
But he's gonna try and take out the bills.
And the thing is as well, Chris is only getting the fletching, so these TCs are still pretty darn weak against these +2 knights. So he's just gonna go straight for the eco. Go for the jugular. And that's it.
Yep. Yeah, this is looking
Bad.
This is looking really, really good right now for Nabs. I mean, this TC is going to go down. Villagers dying here on the left as well. Cavalier is going to come in any moment now as well as a defense upgrade. And that was amazing. Not to mention Pike is still pushing into Mentalist here. He's still in the castle age.
Yeah. He's not even clicked up, so I mean, Chris is just like collapsed completely. He's 84 pop with 81 bills, no army at all whatsoever, with the 49 idols from being inside TCs. Other hand though, Mensis is finally somewhat pushing his back from Pike, but look at Pike, he's got forward, a couple of racks being built, and 2 siege workshops. Now Wander's also joined in with his plumed archers and crossbows.
Yeah.
Still not enough though, I don't think. I think the Cavaliers might be enough to hold this back.
Yeah, so I think Mentalist, if this was a 1v1 now, Mentalist would be fine here, because he has the upgrades and he's freed up his eco, but the problem is now, Chris he is in an awful position. I mean, he's now on 83 bills and 30 idols, and he's pretty much dead here to Zupi, who's researching Paladin. And then, of course, 8th Wonder's over here, and he's going Trebs upon Miguel, who is just now getting Bowsaw. Like, he hasn't even gotten Bowsaw. Oh, and we actually have 8th Wonder over there with a couple crossbows as well. Like, you can't do anything right now. It's not looking good. And Lois is actually holding his own over there with just castle defense. He's just surviving and basically letting them carry him.
He's just basically like being the cannon fodder of the team, just like take all the brunt.
Yeah.
We can see the effects right now. Look, Zubi's taking out 3 TCs. The good thing, like, amazingly, really, I mean, Chris hasn't lost everything. He's down to 72 bills, which is the least in his team. But, I mean, it's still not good because Zubi's now going to get Paladin. It's not looking great, let's be honest here. Nikov is doing a really good job, though, against Loiser in terms of, like, the one, considering where he started out and everything. But honestly, I don't know how they can come back into this game a little bit here. I mean, both Mongols are out, but Chris was probably the more important Mongol position as he was the pocket.
Yeah.
This is just.
He
Let's have a look
he
at
was
Miguel's
the
face.
pocket, and he was in this game as well, so he had a lot of momentum. He was one of the stronger players, and he just is not anymore. And while Zupi is now as Paladin, he
Look
is
at
trying
Miguel's
to push
face.
on.
Forward castle, two
That
trebs coming
is
out, and
not
literally,
looking good.
Miguel's like, I'm just going to eject my TC. I am not going to be able to keep that alive. It's just like, okay, I'm kind of screwed here a little bit. He's down to 78 bills as well.
I've actually watched. Miguel has been sending some resources here to Mentalist. So he sent food and gold to Mentalist. He sent 1,800 food and 1,700 gold. But really, in the grand scheme of things, that's not much. That's not much at all.
That's not much at all.
Yeah. So it's not even a sling. At this point, it's like, okay, I'm dead. I'm going to send you what I'm getting. And there's the GG.
GG, yeah.
And, yeah.
That was a fast game, by the way, if by some degree. Honestly, like, they had a really good start, I feel, from Nikov and Chris on this side. Like, you know, Loja was pretty down and out, like, for, not completely, but, you know, good enough to take a full advantage from. And Zuppy was under a bit, you know, took a bit of a hit from Chris's scouts. I just don't think Chris maybe transitioned well enough and didn't keep up. Like, I think he maybe played a little bit greedy. Like, I only see a couple of stables. May have lost a couple, actually, to be fair. But even still, like, he had, like, no military, and then he got absolutely ruffle-stomped by Zuppy with 50 knights in his base. And I was like, well, where's the army, buddy? Where's the army? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird things. I don't know. I don't know how I can really. Oh my god, my flicking screen.
We could, I guess, talk a little bit about, like, what went wrong. I think what surprised me is that Nikov and Loiza, like, had a really weird game. Like, I mean, the Mongols didn't go scouts. It was, like, really lackluster. And then, like, we didn't see anything really surprising or standard out of Nikov either because of his lack of resources, losing the boar and the sheep. But, I think
scores.
just like going scouts from Chris, I mean, just watching it, it actually was very nice. I think it was good. I said, okay, he's killing villagers. This is great. But Zupi, even though he lost a couple vills, he hit, I'm pretty sure, what was it, 3 out of the 4 opponents, like multiple times with his knights in the castle age. Like,
Yeah.
it was incredible. So I think Zupi, as the pocket player, just outplayed Chris. And Chris did good. I mean, he did good in the feudal age with his scouts. But Zupi is just incredible. And we were surprised he wasn't Mongols. But maybe that's what they had in mind. Maybe they said, okay, we're going to give him Huns because, you know, his versatility. But maybe it was because they also forgot to take hidden civs off. And he chose Mongols the first time. And they're like, oh, no. We want to give it to Loiza.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely true. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So